This is our time together as a community, as noble community. We are practicing together. Like-minded people, we have pure intention to make ourselves happy and content. Even we have lots of challenges, issues, difficulties. Among those difficulties, still you are here. To find some inner peace, inner beauty, inner strength. Therefore, leave everything behind. All the matters, family matters, work-related matters, relationship matters. Just keep everything away for a while and be a free person. Now send your loving thoughts towards yourself, thinking, I am well, I am happy, I am peaceful. Now send your loving thoughts towards your family. Family is a big part of in your life. Whether you like or not, they are connected to you. Your children, your husband, your wife, your parents, grandparents, brothers and sisters. We have different relationship with them. We are connected to them emotionally, maybe not. Maybe you are emotionally attached to them, or maybe you are emotionally distracted from them. No matter what it is, in this moment, as a person who try to practice loving kindness, send your loving thoughts towards them unconditionally. May they be well, may they be happy, may they be peaceful. Now send your loving thoughts towards whole world. May all living beings be well, be happy, be peaceful. When you are practicing loving kindness, make sure different areas in your life experiences. Is there anger, hatred to self, family members, or the world, the people? If you are holding those kind of negativities in your mind, ask yourself a question: why I am going to hold this anger, disappointment towards myself or others or the society, our country, politicians? You can ask yourself a question: is there any benefit for myself or other people? If you don't have any benefits, what is the purpose you're holding it? And also think to yourself, why I'm holding, collecting, keeping garbage? Understanding that wisdom, then you can send your loving thoughts towards yourself and other people and the world. May all living beings be well, be happy, be peaceful. Now slowly turn your attention to your breath. Every breath you take in, you take out is taken mindfully. Focus on your natural, ordinary breaths. No need to repress your thoughts. No need to control your thoughts. Let them come and go. Now observe your mind, observe your body. Now let's do a little mental exercise. Now in this moment you have a calm state of mind. Even you have some difficulties in your life. Even temporary, you feel good right now. You all know your age. Having an idea about your age, now please add 30 or maybe 35, 40 years into your life, to your age. You can calculate after you add another 30 or 35 or 40 according to your age. Now put your mind into the future. After you adding that age into your life, where are you now? How do you feel about life? Understand your feeling. It doesn't matter whatever feeling come to your mind, accept them. Make sure what kind of feeling come to your mind. Happy feeling, unhappy feeling, neutral feeling, worries, anxieties. This kind of practice is a great insight practice. May peace be with you. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. Thank you very much. Please open your eyes. Now monks are going to chant for all of you. Please receive the blessings. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Itipiso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho. Vijjācarana sampanno sugato loka. Anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati santa. Manussanang buddho bhagavati swagato. Bhagavata dhammo sandhintiko akaliko ehipassiko opanayiko pancantang veditabbo. Iti supatipanno bhagavato sāvaka. Ujjupatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho. Ñāya patipanno bhagavato sāvaka. Sāmīci patipanno bhagavato sāvaka. Yadidañ cattari purisa yugani anta purisa භගවතෝ ශාවක සංඝෝ ආහුනේයෝ පාහුනේයෝ දංකිනේයෝ අංජලි කරණීයෝ අනුත්තර පුඤ්ඤක්ඛෙන්තං ලෝකං සාති ඒතේන වජ්ජේන දුක්ඛා උපසමින්තු තේ ඒතේන වජ්ජේන භයා උපසමින්තු තේ ඒතේන වජ්ජේන රෝගා උපසමින්තු තේ තණ්හං කරෝ මහාවීරෝ මේදං කරෝ මහායසෝ සරණං ලෝකහිතෝ දීපං කරෝ ජුතින්දරෝ කොණ්ඩඤ්ඤෝ ජනපාමොක්ඛෝ මංගලෝ පුරිසාසබෝ සුමනෝ සුමනෝ දීරෝ රේව රතිවණ්ඩනෝ සෝභිතෝ ගුණ සම්පන්නෝ අනෝමදස්සී ජනුත්තමෝ පදුමෝ පඤ්ජෝතෝ නාරදෝ වරසාරති පදුමුත්ත සන්තසාරෝ සුමේදෝ අංග පුංග සුජාතෝ සම්බලෝකං කෝපිය දස්සී අන්තදස්සී කාරුණිකෝ ධම්මදස්සී තමෝනුදෝ සින්දන්තෝ අසමෝලෝකේ තිස්සෝ වරද සංවරෝ පුන්සෝ වරද බුද්ධෝ විපස්සීච අනූපම සුඛී සම්බහිතෝ සන්තාවෙස්සබු සුඛදායකෝ කකුසන්தோ සත්තවාහෝ ගමනෝ රණංජහෝ කස්සපෝ සිරි සම්පන්නෝ ගෝතමෝ සක්්‍ය පුංගවෝ තේ සංසච්චේන කාන්තිමෙන්ත බලේන ච තේ පිත්වා අනුරක්ඛන්තු ආරෝග්‍යේන සුකේන චාති සම්බීතියෝ ජන්තු සම්බ රෝගෝ විනස්සතු මාතේ භවත්වන්තරායෝ සුඛී දීඝායුකෝ භවතු සම්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු සම්බ සම්බ බුද්ධානුභාවේන සදා සොන්ති භවන්තු භවතු සම්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු සම්බ දේවතා සම්බ ධම්මානුභාවේන සදා සොන්ති තුතේ භවතු සම්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු දේවතා සම්බ සංඝානුභාවේන සදා සොන්ති භවන්තු තේ දුක්ඛම්පන්තාච දුක්ඛභයප්පන්තාච නිබ්බයා සෝකම්පන්තාච සෝකා හොන්තු වේපිපානිනෝ ආකාසට්ටාච දේවානාගා මහිද්దికා පුඤ්ඤන්ත අනුමෝදිත්වා චිරන් රක්ඛන්තු ශාසනං ආකාසට්ටාච බුම්මට්ටා දේවානාගා මහිද්దికා පුඤ්ඤන්ත අනුමෝදිත්වා චිරන් රක්ඛන්තු දේශනං ආකාසට්ටාච බුම්මට්ටා දේවානාගා මහිද්దికා පුඤ්ඤන්තං අනුමෝදිත්වා චිරන් රක්ඛන්තු ත්වං සදාති. you. Okay. So, end of the meditation, I ask everybody to do a little mental exercise. I ask you to add 30 or 40, 35 years into your age, whatever age you have now. So, after you put those numbers into perspective, what kind of thoughts and feeling rise in your mind? Just be honest, and how you felt. What did you see? Okay, okay, very good. So if you know, okay, okay, yes. So when you look at that time, how did you feel?
I feel that each day is my life, and it's really up to me to make the most of each day, because it could be 10 years or 15, whatever.
Right.
It's like the world's not my apple anymore, but it's much more special now.
Okay, very good.
I was going to say, if I'm alive, I hope I'm not in a lot of pain.
Okay, good. Anything?
I think a lot of things that I worry about now and stress over, I think after 30 years I will have thought, well, that wasn't such a big deal after all.
Okay, very good.
Things that I made a big deal about really weren't that
Right.
important.
Okay, good. Anything else? Any other thoughts? Yes?
I'm very emotional, thinking about the other people in my life now, where they would be then, at that age, my children and my parents. I'm thinking about that.
So, anybody had any sad feeling? Did you experience any sadness? Maybe when you what you said, and now you are not. You are thinking you are not exist. So, then you had any sad feeling?
I said I'm going to be old.
Yeah.
I feel when I meditate I'll be happy.
Uh-huh.
When I get old. So I guess old makes me a little sad.
Okay. Very good. Keep going. Anything else? I think that's a really good mental exercise to do. Yesterday I was thinking about it. That's why I'm asking you to do too. I was adding a little 30, 40 years into my life. Then I was thinking maybe I'm not exist. Then I was thinking myself, when I'm that old or not exist, nothing to worry. And if I'm very old, how do I feel? So I think that's a really good thing to think now, if you are planning to face into that lifestyle. So then I was thinking, what I was thinking first, I was thinking all the good thing I did in my life. Now, how many people I helped, how many times I did the meditation classes, how many charities I did. So then I thought, okay, I did a lot. Nothing to worry or regret. So I had to prepare to leave. So then I realized most important thing is not that time, how you live now. If you live now mindfully, lovingly, with wisdom, then life is easier. So therefore, don't wait. Prepare now. Now think about maybe your children, they are young now. Maybe you are young. I can see some very young people. So then you are very old. So when you are planning things, when you are getting old, that time your energy level, your physical strength is not strong. Therefore, right now is the time. There's a funny, not funny, I like that story, but I will make it a little Buddhist. Okay? So there was a businessman, business owner. He has a big store. He's doing a lot of sales. He's making lots of money. One day he's sitting at his business. He was thinking, how many years I'm sitting this business and making money? Then he was thinking, one day I'm going to be old, very old. Definitely I will be very sad. After making this much money, being rich, I don't want to die like that, sad, angry, disappointed. I don't want to. So I want to make a plan now. He was thinking what kind of, but still he's running the business. He was thinking, I want to make a really good plan. He has a Buddhist background. That's why I make it a little Buddhist. Okay, this story. He has a little Buddhist background, maybe born into a Buddhist family or something like that. Then he was thinking, the day I'm dying, maybe I'm 90 years old. That time I'm preparing to die. So that day, after I'm making this much money, having like 7 children in my family, I don't want to die unhappily. Why? I have money. I have my children. So therefore I want to die happily. So this is the plan he made. He didn't start to think I'm going to meditate or making my mind. He was thinking the day I'm dying, I am visualizing, I am imagining myself, I am the Buddha. That day, that moment I am thinking, I am the Buddha. If I am the Buddha, I am 90 years old, I have to have all the disciples. Buddha has to have disciples. Then we have very popular disciples of the Buddha. He has some 7 children. He invited all the children one evening. He said, one day I am going to be very old, I am going to die. I made the plan. I want to die happily. Otherwise making this much money, it doesn't make any sense. So then children said, okay, Dad, that's your wish, we can help you. Okay, the day I am dying, I am the Buddha. I am thinking to myself, I am the Buddha. So then Buddha is dying, not I am dying. So that means I have Buddha mind. So then he was thinking, if I am the Buddha, then I have to have disciple. He changed all the names of the children. He changed all the names of the children to the Buddha's disciples' name. Now think about Amita, Badya or Astraji or something like that, all the the disciples, Buddha's disciples' name. Now daughter got the name, sons got the names, and everybody, okay, we are going to fulfill your wish. Then the day came, he is dying. Then he asked all the children, I'm the Buddha, please everybody come around my bed. Now he's look around, okay, older son, so and so is there, he called the name. Okay, I'm here, Dad. Second son, I'm here. Daughter, I'm here. All the 7 children are around here, the father, and very respectful, little sad. Then this man said, you all 7 are here. Who is going to take care of the business today? Then he died. You got, you got the message? Then he has, all the 7 children are here. Who is going to take care of the business today? Then he just passed away. I know it is a little funny story, but I have a little wisdom behind it. Even the last minute you are planning, those kind of plans doesn't work until you make your mind right. So therefore, don't wait and don't make the fake plans for your life. Be realistic. That's why I ask you to go back to that time, kind of have imagination about your life. How do you feel? because life is always in motion, it's always changing. Whether you like or not, always it is happening. Now think about when you are like 12 years old. Do you remember that age? Very strong. You can eat whatever you want. You can eat whole, the ice cream container like Asaji, right? So, when we are young, just kidding. That's what they do. And anyway, and so now look at now. Can you do now the way you used to do? No. Things change. Do you like it? No. But do you have any options? No. What is the only option you have? Understand the truth. Understand the reality. Accept it. Respect it. Be with it. Otherwise, what will happen? You are going to be so painful, so unhappy, so difficult that moment emotionally. It doesn't matter how old you are now. It doesn't matter how young you are now. Our lifestyle is the same. It's the same format, but different shapes. Right? Because different attitudes. So, my suggestion for you now, the best wisdom you can have in your life to face to this real life, understand the motion, continual motion of this life, which is what? Impermanence, changing. Now think about, maybe you have a big company, you are running a business. That's okay to do it now to survive, feed your children, feed your family. But one day you have to leave the business. Now think about your grandparents, what they did, what your parents did. They were here like you and myself, doing activities and worrying, sad, angry, mad. Where they are now? They are gone. So therefore, only time we have, what? Now. If you want to have a good life in future, have a good life now. Your future representing this life, this moment. Your past representing this moment. Now who you are because of your past, whatever you did in past. Because everything is cause and effect. We call the causality. Everything is changing. So my suggestion for you now, see that motion, continual motion, everything is changing. After you accept that changes, is there anything to worry? I don't think so. If you deeply understand that wisdom, he is the one, she is the one having fun in this life. If you are not accepting that truth, this life is not fun. It is so painful. Why? It is continuously changing. I remember I was thinking of the Tad. So Tad is kind of very close with us, all the monks supporting always around us. And one day I asked Tad, I want to see your baby pictures. Remember Tad? I want to see your baby pictures and I want to see your young age pictures. He looks so handsome. He's young, looks so handsome. Right, still he does. Now think about now. Life is changed. So when you're looking at your, the baby pictures, do you see life? Or you feel sad? I think, the albums are good to look once in a while. Go and check your old pictures. So recently I'm doing some, my documents and things and taking things out and putting the garbage. So 20 years ago, first time I came to Woodstock, I found a couple of old pictures 20 years ago. I was thinking, wow. I can see some people of the temple, even still they are coming to the temple. I change. They change. Now the babies, when I come here, they were babies. Now they are married now. Now they have babies. Like a Tessa in the office. When I come here, she was a little baby. Now she has a child. Now I see the changes of life. This is very interesting for me to see. Then now my parents are aging. They are, my father is his 80s. I remember how strong they are. Every day, hard-working people. The climbing, 120 steps every day, back and forth. They are, living top of the hill. And every day, 120 steps they are climbing, back and forth. They are very strong. They can lift whatever they want. They can work so hard. That time, I cannot do those things because I'm little. Now what? Now we have to do everything for them. It's very interesting to see the changes. So when I see all those changes in life, I'm always put myself into the situation. I will be like this. When I go to hospital to do the blessing or last rites here in this country, what I'm always thinking when I'm sitting in front of a person who is dying, I become that person. One day I'm dying like this. Then somebody is looking at me, maybe I'm just by myself. So can I imagine myself in that situation? So the person who practices mindfulness, this kind of thinking is very important. Otherwise, what people are doing every day, they are kind of walking away from the reality. They are living in a dream world. Real life experience, real meditation is awakening of dream of existence. We are in a dream. When you are in a dream, is it fun? Yes. Oh, it's dreaming. It's so fun. So what I am asking, be real. Don't be in a dream. Come to the real life experiences and accept them. If you have difficulty in your life with your family, with your children, or whatever it is, that is the part of life. Because you are responsible for that. Because nobody asked you to do it. Nobody pushed into that fire because you did it. You made the decision. If you made all those trouble, pain and challenges and difficulties, who is the responsible to overcome that? You are the responsible one. I am not responsible. I am not responsible. So, my mother has a trigeminal nerve issue. She is in lots of pain. It's very difficult for me to see, even to hear it. So every time when I'm calling her over the phone and I can see her face, then I don't know, every time when she sees me, because I'm the monk of the family, it's very important thing. Every time when I see her, now I kind of stop to do that. Every time when she see me, she put her hands like this. She called, I am in pain. Now think about how I have to feel. Every time she does this, it's very challenging. So now I decided, in the evening I don't call them. My evening. Why? Before I go to bed. It is too much heaviness in my mind. Then one day I realized that means I am not facing to the reality. Even she is my beautiful mother, she did a great job and raised me. I cannot take her pain, but I can be there for her. Being sad or upset myself, I was thinking I don't help her. So now I try to be cheerful in front of her more than putting my emotions to her. Then I realized even she is my beautiful, wonderful mother, I cannot take her pain. She has to handle it. But because of my emotional attachment to her, I feel that. Because she became my mother this lifetime. this less than 100 years. This short period of time she was my mother. So therefore I have all my gratitude to her, but I don't want to take that pain to my body. Then we both are sinking the same, the boat. So that's how I'm asking you to understand this realistic nature of this life. Then you can enjoy moment to moment this life. So one time when I was in the MCC long time ago, I was in the world religion class. My professor in the school, I'm always go to his office to do homework, sitting, and all the kids going always sitting with him. So one day he grabbed his backpack. I was in his office and doing my work, and then he said, "Bande, I have my next class. I'm going, and you have a wonderful day. Okay, if I don't see you again." Then I said, "Thank you so much. You have a wonderful moment." I didn't plan to say that. I don't know, it just came to my mind. I said, "Okay, you have a wonderful moment." He's a world religion professor. He has some wisdom. He's the thinker. Then he just dropped his backpack. He was looking at me. "Oh, still I have 5 minutes. What did you say?" I said, "You have a good moment." I said, "You have a good day, but you are telling me I have a good moment." Then I said, Buddha said, don't lose your moment. Kano voma upachaka. That's a Pali word. Kano means the moment. Don't lose your moment. So this moment is everything. If you're making this moment great, your next moment is better. So therefore try to change your life moment to moment, understand what is happening in life, and same time understand the nature of this motion. So then life is beautiful. Other than, if not, life is painful. Any question, any thought? It's difficult to accept this truth. There is no option though. Even it is difficult, there is no options. This is the only option to understand this. Anything? Any suggestion, comments, concerns? Now are you happy to be back at the temple now again? Now 2 days? Do you feel better? Temple is open again 2 days. We'll see how you are doing, next few weeks. Then I am going to make the decision to open for Monday too. I don't know. We'll see how things happening, right? Let's go week by week right now, moment by moment. Okay. So thank you so much for this evening. Hope to see you again Saturday. Okay.